3 poems in keeping with isolation. 1. News update. Prayers are whispered to the cow and the lion by those who believe they are messengers of gods. Television teaches me something new every day. I usually whisper my poems to the bars of light fixed across indigo walls of the living room. My father stopped talking to me after meeting my friends before they were women. A little girl goes on about Father's Day in a voice too nasal for comfort. The man in question reads the newspapers on the floor. Like him, I pretend the television is mute. Traffic news next, but not before a view of the city, highways tapering into the distance like stories of love shortening, one of which is my own. I wonder what my lover is doing without me. Wonder about his boyfriend too. A kid opened fire in a public high school and close to 30 were killed. The rest only badly injured. Why does the local reporter speak with a foreign accent? And is it me, or does he look like he is about to start smiling? Two, the poem. The poem begins in this living room where half a man is writing the poem that has never been his to write. His father has floated out of the flat, a broad pillar of cloud rising into sky. If the poet rises out of this life, he carries the poems of other poets away with him, meaning the others will lose part of a heart, even an eye. The first line about the living room was a mistake. The poem had already started way before. No one knows, not even the poet, how it might end, except that it will, with or without a word about endings. For now, at least, the poet is at the helm. The poem likes to let him think so. And when he writes, the poet is lonely and weary of love. He will believe these feelings are true, and his life will be a poem about loss. But occasionally, the air will whisper of itself, speak of the possibilities of any given moment. The poet may or may not listen to the present and suffer from the past, live only in the future. Now, as the poet writes about the poet who has to get ready for school, something holds him at the table where this is now written. A word about loss after which he can never stop writing, even as he would rather stop. While the very poem goes on writing itself beyond the false horizon of the final line. This poem that is everything and all there is. 3. Old slippers. Look at you both. 2 upturned palms that lifted me once into the grey, uncompromising world. Hands of a clock that would point mostly in 2 different directions. Now, one of you points backwards, having learnt your lesson too late, and turning around to wonder.